Benvenuto! Welcome to Cherry Hill Home Cooking. My name is Mark. Today we're going to do a remake of one of our earliest videos. Which one is now 5 years, you said? I think, this one's probably about 3 or 4 years ago. Wade has gotten much, much better at shooting and editing and so on and so forth. And so I wanted to redo this video. So it's seasoned Italian breadcrumbs. Now, in a lot of our recipes, we've used store-bought breadcrumbs. We've talked about my homemade or fresh-made breadcrumbs. I have nothing against store-bought breadcrumbs. I love them, use them all the time. I don't always have a big batch of this breadcrumbs on hand, but whenever I'm going to make something special or something specifically that the breadcrumbs are going to add a lot of flavor to it, I like to use mine. I'm going to make chicken parm at some point, and with chicken parm is really, it's all about the Parmesan and the dressing, and in my opinion, there's nothing better than this breadcrumb recipe over a store-bought seasoned breadcrumbs. All right, so easy, so quick. The other good thing about making your own breadcrumbs is it's exactly what is in them exactly. You can use any kind of bread you want. You can use gluten-free bread. You can use, it's basically anything. You know what's in there. Over the years, I've kind of come up with this combination that I found flavorful. So, without further ado, let's talk about the bread, okay? Because this breadcrumbs, this recipe is 99.9% bread, right? This happens to be, just a kind of standard table Italian-style bread, all right? But again, you can use literally anything you want. A lot of times, if I don't have this on hand, I'll use that. I forget which one. What is it's kind of like in the. I can't think of it, but it's kind of like it's in the regular bread loaf aisle, and it's Italian bread, but it looks like a regular white bread. Is it really certainly not an artisan type Italian bread, but I use that a lot too. But anyway, the point is you can use any bread you want, wheat, gluten-free, as I said, all right? Now, what I do with the bread is I just slightly toast it. All right, now this recipe, I'm going to do a double recipe, but the written recipe that'll be on the bottom of this video, right, and then it'll also be on the website. I'm going to do it for just one batch, so it would call for 6 pieces of bread, okay? And again, it doesn't really matter the size. These pieces, of course, are large size pieces, opposed to if you just got a loaf, still use 6 pieces per the spices and herbs and stuff, all right? So I've got that, and again, it doesn't have to be heavily toasted, just very lightly toasted. You want it, just a little crispy, all right? I don't know if you can tell. Then I just break it into pieces in here. I'm using the big food processor because, like I said, this is a big batch. This is probably going to make about, close to 2 cups, maybe a little bit more of breadcrumbs. All right, so then, for our seasoning. I wish they would make this in a plastic jar, truthfully, because I have dropped this particular brand a couple times. It's a glass jar and it breaks. Anyway, so we need some dried parsley. This happens to be the Lighthouse freeze dried parsley. Our dear friend Pat introduced this to me several years ago, and I love it. We need some dried basil, some dried oregano. All right, we need a little bit of thyme, don't we all? Dried thyme. We need some granulated garlic or garlic powder. And we need some sea salt. All right, we've talked about this many times, the difference between sea salt or, kosher salt. Okay, it's the big kernel. All right, if you're not using kosher salt, in my recipe, we use half a teaspoon of salt of kosher salt. If you're using regular table salt, cut that down to maybe a fourth of a teaspoon. All right, and some fresh ground pepper. I just ground that a little while ago because we're going to do another video, and we'll be using all that today. So, all right. Now, if you don't have a big food processor, use your little handy dandy one. That one I use when I'm just making one batch of it. All right, this is the immersion one that I tell you also, if you don't have one, go get one. All right, it does everything the food processor or big food processor does. All right, and then basically, we got all our seasoning in this bowl. That smells delicious. Let's give this a couple pulses. Well, let's plug it in. Throw it in there. So, I mean, it's really going to depend upon how fine do you want your breadcrumbs. For this particular thing that I'm going to make today, I want them pretty fine, but you can grate them as fine or as coarse as you want. I'll just turn that off. I'll put all of our nice, beautiful spices in there. And I'm just going to let that go. Until it gets to the consistency I want. And that's probably going to take another 2 or 3 minutes. I won't make you listen to this noise, so we'll be back. All right, guys, let's give it a quick check. That's just about where I want it. All right, that's kind of where I like them. It's not totally, dry toast, but it's got a little bit of texture to it. That will be wonderful for our chicken parmesan. Oh, it smells delicious. And that's all there is to it. Put it in an airtight container, and it should last in the refrigerator, a couple weeks, maybe even a little bit more. So there you have it, seasoned Italian breadcrumbs. Hope you try it. I think it is well worth the effort. Let's give it a check. Oh, it smells delicious. Let's do that again.